What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. Hope y'all appreciating this content and liking it. I'm gonna keep dropping these jewels for y'all, or you can call them jewels or advice. I hope it's helping y'all. But anyways, from the title of the video, how to overcome failure, right? How to overcome failure. There's many ways to overcome failure. Failure can make you stronger. Failure can make you light a fire over you, fire underneath your ass. Failure can mean a lot of things for you in your life. So what? The relationship didn't work out with your girlfriend. So what? You didn't land that good job. So what? You didn't get the car you want. But the point is, all of that shit is accomplishable. You can get that shit. If you failed at your last relationship, doesn't mean you're gonna fail at that one. Doesn't mean because you driving around in a car you don't want, doesn't mean you're not gonna get it. It doesn't mean that you got this job you don't like, doesn't mean you're not gonna land the job you want. You can't let that shit stop you. How to overcome it is by staying positive and staying away from negative people. Because people gonna always have some negative ass shit to say, especially when you're trying to accomplish some shit. But you gotta learn how to block them out. And I get it's some people that's overthinkers out there and going through depression. And I get it. It's probably hard, but you can do it, bro. You can literally block them out and push yourself. You just need something to stimulate that fire underneath you, something to motivate you, something to really fuel you and get you going, because I'm telling you, with me, all it takes is for a motherfucker to say some crazy shit like, "Oh, you can't get." I remember, right? I'll never forget this. Right, I was inside the warehouse one day. That's where I started at, and I'm like, man, I want to drive trucks and shit. And this negative ass woman, right? Because that's where I walked on. That's where I was working with. And she was like, "Damn, you ain't gonna be able to drive that truck. How? What makes you think you can drive it? They gonna pull your ass right back in here, right?" So, make the story short, I got in that truck, and I ain't never drove a truck in my life, right? Not even maybe a week. I was swinging 53-foot trailers, and her mouth dropped. Same way a motherfucker gonna tell you can't do something, you supposed to prove them wrong. Same way if your girl say you ain't gonna never find a girl like me, you supposed to prove them wrong. You're not supposed to beat yourself up and beat yourself down and cry about it. You gotta get up, man. You got to build that pride up. You got to build that encouragement up. You got to find some outlet to where you can get to where you need to get to. And no, the journey is never easy. Things ain't never easy in life, or everybody will be rich, right? But you gotta overcome that, man. Pray, ask God for strength. Give him, you need the strength to prove people wrong. It's always gonna be negative ass people saying some shit, whether you're doing good or bad anyway. That girl that broke your heart, prove that girl wrong. Fuck that bitch. Prove to her that you can go to the gym and get your body together and pull up in something nice with a better looking girl that's gonna love you. Prove your baby mama wrong. Show her that you ain't no broke motherfucker. Show her that you don't need her and her guidance to get where you need to go. Don't go start drinking and smoking weed. Don't start drinking and smoking weed to mask the pain. You're supposed to use that pain as fuel. Things in life is not going to be handed to you the way you think it could be, but it's not. You got to use that fuel and turn it into something positive. Like I said, I'll never forget a good friend of mine, what I thought was a good friend, and I was having hard times. Right, friends supposed to help each other, brother, sister, whatever. And I was literally down to my last dollar, man, and I needed $20 for work, gas for work and shit. And I asked this fool like, "Hey, bro, let me hold 20, man. I'll give it back to you. I just need some gas." And I've never been the type of dude to even ask for money. But since we was cool or whatever, I thought I could, ask him. So I'm like, "Yeah, bro." He go, "I got you." I'm waiting a few hours or whatever, go take my shower and eat, whatever, get myself prepared for work for tomorrow. I text him like, all right, bro, when you about to come? Oh, bro, I'm on the road. I gotta wait till my cousin get back and shit. All right, cool. I'm still sitting up waiting for the little $20 so I can go put some gas in my car. This motherfucker spit me, and I texted him. And he didn't. I didn't even text him. I waited for him to text me back like, hey. He didn't even text me. He just let me. He just let me figure the shit out on my own. So that let me know where he stood with me. People will let you know where they stand with you when you really need them the most. When your car break down and you need a ride, or you need a ride to work, or when you hungry and nobody ain't got no food for you. The people will really know where you stand, where they stand at with you. I'm telling you. That's why I say you gotta let failure be your fuel. You gotta let failure be your motivation. You gotta let failure be your number one goal. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna let this happen no more. I ain't gonna let this motherfucker tell me I can't do this. That's how you overcome it. You gotta get tired of that shit. You gotta get tired of asking people for money and rides. You gotta get tired of motherfuckers saying you fat. You gotta get tired of people telling you you ain't shit. You gotta get tired of a bitch talking about, oh, you broke. You gotta prove them wrong, and I bet you they always come back around. Man, you work too much, so at least I ain't broke. So at least I ain't fucking sitting here asking you for some money, right? You gotta sit there and tell yourself that you got this. You gotta tell yourself that you him. You gotta tell yourself that you handsome. You don't never let nobody besides God put you down. God is supposed to put you up. Besides, you don't. My point is, you don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, bro. That's just my opinion about overcoming a vice. I mean, not a vice, but overcoming a failure. You gotta crush that shit, man. You gotta prove people wrong. You gotta prove that bitch that dumped you wrong. You gotta prove that hoe that said you wasn't gonna be shit wrong. You gotta show her that you could pull up with something even more badder than her. You gotta prove to that dude that said you had a lame ass car and pull up with some hot shit. You could do it, bro. And like I said, the journey ain't gonna be easy. Life ain't easy, but at the same time, you can put fuel to your fire and build that shit. It's possible. It's even possible to become rich if you put your mind to it. You just can't let failure be an option. Failure is not an option, man. That bad bitch that you want, you can have her. That good wife that you want, you can grab her. You just gotta put in the work to get it. You can't listen to negative people, man. You gotta overcome that shit. And the way I explained it is my way of overcoming it. You can't let it beat your mental up either because it all comes from your mental and your heart. You gotta learn how to get it out and use it. And what I mean by that is get your emotion out. Don't let it bundle up. Cause that should have how you crash out. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy this content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.